Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, Morningstar. What's up? Let's continue this tutorial. I think this is going to be the last live for the Light System. Maybe I can make an exclusive Light System tutorial only for premium members so that we can cover the other actions such as leap, corners, how to detect corners, leaps, medium to long distances, free hang, all that good stuff, and also climb on top of the blocks if you want to. All right, so let's get this tutorial started right away. I'm not gonna wait for anyone to join because this is going to be recorded. So if anyone wants to join or watch later, they can. Anyone can watch later this tutorial live stream to learn how you can make a system like this. So let's get to where we stopped. I think we're setting up the animations, right? For the medium and long distances. So let's get right into it. So here in the LedgeMontage selector by direction, we have the short distances. So let me just check it out if this is working well. Okay. So as you can see, this is working pretty good. I think the corner animations are also going to look good with the settings that we set up, which is the blend-in settings and the blend-in seconds. The blend-in mode, which is the curve that we set in here. This curve is also very good. And the blend-in time, that's 0.05, which is also pretty good. The blend out time is going to be 0.1 and it's going to be linear. Now, those are the values that I've set for all the animation montages, all the animation montages available in the pack. Lord Pride said, I made it to the stream. Welcome. Could you show me the freehand animations you use? I think if you type campus, you're going to be able to see the freehand animations. Let me see. Which freehand animations do you want to see? For example, I don't know, campus hang idle, for example. It's a freehand animation as well, idle animation. So I use also the corner. This one I also use. Not this one. Yeah, I use those ones. I'm not going to be using freehand animations right on this tutorial because it's not, as this is a simple tutorial, a simple system, a simpler system, a simpler version of the system compared to the premium version. We're not going to be adding freehand animations, but I'm going to be making maybe a separate live stream, maybe on Patreon. I'm not sure if Patreon allows live stream, but I'm gonna try to do it in there. So whoever is subscribed on the premium tier is going to be able to access the tutorial that I'm going to be teaching the features of the premium version, and I'm going to be doing the tutorial continue from this Ledge System standard tutorial in here. Where do you get this animation? And I will be able to rewatch this tutorial after the stream. Yeah, you're going to be able to add to rewatch the tutorial. Anyone can be able to rewatch the tutorial at any time. I'm not going to be making it exclusive. I'm only going to make the premium version exclusive only for premium members, because I think it makes more sense for them to have a, you know, a feature more so that the tire, so that the premium tire can compensate the money that they spend, because a lot of people are subscribed to my premium tire, so I have to give them benefits. So such as exclusive lives, exclusive project files, exclusive features on each system. So I have to make those systems for them, those exclusive things for them. So that's what happens. And the premium tire is going to be like $20. So I think it's very affordable for anyone. And you can get the full project files right away. And you can also access all the documents, all the tutorials. Anyway, so let's set up the medium reach distances as well. So as you can see right here, we have this light. So as you can see, the reach distance is going to be short. All right. If you want to debug what's the current reach distance that the character is reaching, let's say, for example, if I go from this ledge to the other, as you can see, I don't have any information about what's being, what is the reach distance, which animation the character used. All those informations I think are good to be placed. So before we jump right into the making basically adding the medium and long animations to the system, we want to make it so that we can debug what's happening in the code in the backend. I've placed a comment right here. It's called execute debug stuff. I'm going to be basically copying and pasting. You guys can also do that. I'm just going to basically copy and paste from the version that I've already done. This is a complete version of the system. I'm just going to copy and paste because I don't want to spend time on doing this tutorial. But if you want to access, just copy paste. If you just want to copy paste this, let me just change this one right here. If you just want to basically copy and paste this version of the code to just debug, you can access my Discord channel, and then you can go to random coding, and I'm going to paste it in here so that all you gotta do is just copy paste this code in here. Let me show you how that's gonna happen. Let me just take a screenshot so that we know which code we're talking about. So as you can see right here, you can go to the random coding. This channel is access. This channel is Sometimes my mind go blank. This channel is available for all the users, so it doesn't matter if you're subscribed on my Patreon. So this is available for all the public. So now you're going to go to the random coding. You're going to see September 3, and then in here, as you can see, we have a text. As you can see right here, you can choose to download all the text or just basically copy all the text that is in here. Just download the message. And then all you gotta do is just Ctrl V into here. So as you can see, if I just copy this, if I just copy a node, like for example this one, and then I try to Ctrl V in here, as you can see, if you paste that and then just copy that and then try to paste into the graph, it's gonna work, right? So that's basically how it works. So you can just copy a code and then just Ctrl V in here. That's gonna work. So make sure that the debug light system variable is set to be true as default. So as soon as you go to the direction, as you can see the reach distance value that is 62, as you can see there. You can also try to move this up to see what's gonna happen. So now the reach distance value is 64. For going down is 76. So as you can see, the character only, that's completely normal, because as you can see, if I go up, the character plays the short animation, but for going down, as you can see, the character doesn't play any animation because we don't have a specific animation to play for going down on that reach distance yet. So we're going to place a different ledge. We're going to be playing a different reach distance animation in there and for that one. And the reason why I've done that, I've decided to make a reach. Wait, let me show you. Determine ledge direction. If you go down, no, not in here. Process, no, I think it's in here. Oh, here, yeah. So here we can determine a ledge reach distance, something like this. And also angle. So determine ledge reach distance and angle. So as you can see here, if we're going down, we set the limit of the reach distance for playing the short animation montage to be 70. But if this is 100, then the character is going to be able to play that down short distance animation, as you can see right here, but it doesn't really match up with it doesn't really look good. So that's why I've kept it to be 70 instead of 100. Some animations look good with 100, so you can set this up on your own. It's up to you. So all of these values here are set up in a way that it looks good. So I've tested all the values. This took me a long time to make, so just enjoy it. But of course, if you want to change some value in here, you got to make sure that you have the knowledge in order to make those changes in here. So just be aware of those values, that you can change them, and depending on which animations you have, the values here are going to be different. So that's why I recommend you guys to get the same animations that I have in here on the Fab Marketplace. because these values already match up with the system that I'm making and with the animations that I have. So here you're just going to match animations with enumeration value with the direction. So we're going to match the animations with the direction that the character is going, and then just feed that value on the. Just going to basically update the montage. So after debugging stuff, we're going to make the medium distances. So what we're going to get in here is the get is angle within range. I think we don't have that. I think we don't have that function yet. Yes, I think we do, but it's different. Yes, we have that. So in our case is the, let me just check it out. Yeah, I just typed it wrong. And just is angle within range. Yeah, that's the node. That's the function. So in here, we're just going to type -20 and 20 positive. And the reason why is because maybe you have like an angle. Let me just copy paste. Let me just show you an example of how that works, what that value is. -20 and 20. So let's say you have like an angle like this one right here. So as you can see that we have 6. As you can see right here, it's a little bit angled. How can I say this? A little bit angled. Let's do this. I'm not sure if the character is rotating to face the ledge. Rotating. I think it is. I think it's not. I think it's not really needed to rotate. Just a little bit. But I think this, on this situation here, it's not really going to be necessary for... I think you're not going to have that sort of alignment into the level design. Maybe you have a level design that's really needed. Maybe you have some object that's a little bit tilted, rotated to the left or right, so the character can rotate to that. Oh yeah, I also forgot to change the angle. That's why. So I forgot that it's moved by the angle tag. Tag angle also matters. So as you can see, the rotation is at 1429. I'm just going to copy and paste that value, and I'm just going to go to the tags, and I'm just going to type that value in there. I'm just going to type 29. I'm going to remove the rest, so 14.29. Let me see if that's gonna make anything. That's gonna do anything. So as you can see, now the character is aligning itself on the ledge. But the legs, forget about the legs. Yeah, but just to so you guys know, but that's a topic for another tutorial, of course, to align the character's legs into the right place. But what I mean by that, by the angle, is that we have a acceptance of angle so that the character can accept on going up. So as you can see right here, this angle is at 1429, but if it was at 21, which reached the limit, almost it surpassed the limit of the accepted rotation angle that the character can go. Let me just change it as well on the rotation value. This one is going to be 21. This one is also going to be 21. So as you can see, the character is not going to be able to go up. The character is going to go up because we don't have the full structure set up yet. But as you can see, the character does not play the animation of going up. So as you can see, the character even glitches his arms a little bit. So we have a acceptance radius in here to define. Acceptance, angle acceptance, I would say, but you get the idea. So that's why this value is important. That's why this value is for. That's what this value is for. Now we're going to get the, after checking the angle, we're going to check the distance. So is distance an angle within range? So you can also set the limits of the angle as well after the reach distance. So we're going to set it to be 151, and then in here we're going to be getting a branch. So if this is not true, we're going to check for the other ones. Now pay attention in here. This is the direction selection enumeration. This is going to be left. If you want to write it down in here, it's even better because sometimes I confuse as well. So this is the medium distance, the medium distance and the direction. All right. Now we're going to create a new macro that's going to be called LedgeMid. We're going to get the AM, which stands for animation montage. So set AM ledge montage to play. Psychiram said, hello, will this be able to work with Unity as well? No. Only Unreal Engine. Now, as we have the structure only for going into short distances, we need to create another structure for going to medium distances. So what we're going to do, you can just go ahead and copy and paste this just to accelerate the process. Instead of short, I'm going to choose mid, all uppercase. So we're going to go to mid. And then in the structure, you're going to, instead of short, we're going to name it all to be mid. As you can see, default values. Now all you gotta do is just change the default values. So I think it's missing animations in here. Medium. So this is the medium up. I'm not sure if, let me just check if we have climb, long, mid. I'm not sure if I'm missing diagonal medium animations, because you can see right here the character only goes. Character can go up. We don't have the character going down as well, so that's weird. I'm not sure why. Let me just check it out. The whole pack. Medium physics. Yeah, that's weird. I think I'm not sure in the pack if in the pack we're missing the medium distances animations. Where are you from? Brazil. What's the best way of approaching to study these nodes? ChatGPT. This is free. The tutorial, yeah, is free. The project files are paid, and the ledge animations are paid as well. Let me just check with the animation. Let me just check with the guy who made those animations to check if there's something wrong with the pack. I'm not sure why. I think I'm missing some animations in here. Because when I type mid, as you can see, when I type mid, you only have the up animations and the variation of going up, but we don't have any variation of going, we don't have any animation of going down. Yeah, I have the animation structure. I'm gonna take a look as well to see which animations I've placed. I'm gonna open it up real quick. So LedgeMid, as you can see, we don't have any variable in here. I think it's the other project. Maybe this one. Climb structure. Let me see, ledge medium. Ah, found it. Okay. So, right medium. Yeah, this one. So maybe it's missing in the pack, this animation in here. So as you can see, this is the medium going to from the left to the right. It works really good. Let me check if the animations. Could you check what animation you have in the freehang structure as well? So for the short distances, for the short freehang, we have these ones. As you can see, you can just take a screenshot and see which ones you have to place there, but there's no secret. For the medium freehang, we have these ones. For the long freehang, we have these ones. But for the short, for the ledge medium, we have these ones. But if I type the name like this in the but if I type move left, I don't have any animations. Morningstar, did you buy the pack, the Ledge Animations pack? Can you check if you have those animations, the medium going to the left and right? Those animations don't exist in the pack? Yeah, they should exist. Oh, that's weird. We don't have. That's weird because I have it on the other project. That's really weird. So we have short. The character can go to the left. We have mid, but the character only goes up. Now I have long, that the character goes down, diagonal. Yeah, maybe this is the medium distance, as you can see. Maybe in the pack. So let's type long down. So as you can see, we have a lot of animations in here. So climb, shimmy, long, going down. Okay, so that could be the medium animation, as you can see. Yeah. It's a little bit confusing. Okay, so the medium equals to long, okay? So in the pack, the medium reach distance means long. Now, if you want to have the long animations, you have the leap down. So as you can see, you have the leap down. This is the long one, long distance. I mean, I consider them to be long because they take too much. The reach distance is too long. Yeah, I think long, what I consider to be long, at least, is... Okay, so in the pack, the the owner of the animation said that the long equals to climbing to any distance in 1 meter. And for leap animations is 3 meters, right? So it's 3 times bigger. So as you can see, this is the leap animations. And this is the long. That's 1 meter. That's going down 1 meter. All right. So I think I'm not going to rename this pack. I'm going to just leave it as it is. Because it's going to cause confusion in some people while following this tutorial. So I'm not going to rename all the animations. That's going to be a long time. By the way, how long this live stream is going to be today? It's going to be, I have more, maybe 40 to 1 hour to go to end the live stream. All right, so what we're going to do to not confuse, we're just going to clear everything out in the LedgeMid structure. And then we're going to search for the long distances. So this is diagonal left, so this is down left. So left down, this is down, this is left, and this is a variation of going left. Now you can use this animation. I think we can make a system later where we can, yeah, for making a variation of systems, let's say you want to use a variation of going to the left, right? So if you want to make a variation, you could choose, let's say, for example, I want to use 2 variations and I want the system to just basically randomly select which animation I want to play while going to the left. Now, let's say, for example, you press left and the system is going to automatically select for you, as we have 2 animations on the same distances but to go left, we can make a system where we can select a random animation to go to the left. Let me see if that's going to work, because I've never done that in this project in here. But let's say you want to make that system only for going to the left. You only want to make that variation for going to the left. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a new variable. And for example, left, as this is the left medium distance, we're going to name it to be left medium 2. It's not a boolean, it's going to be an animation montage as well. Object reference always. We're going to go to the default value, and then in here we're going to select which is going to be the different animation that we're going to be selecting for going to the left. So as you can see, this animation is different from this one, but they are the same reach distance. The distance that the character is reaching is the same. So what we're going to do, we're going to place the first animation to the left mid, and then the second animation to the left mid 2. So inside the sandbox character, we're going to go to, and then place that LedgeMid medium macro. If it's true, we're going to select that one. Now inside of here, we're gonna have to make a new structure. Now this is going to be mid. We're going to change the value in here. Now it's mid structure. LedgeMid. Compile save to not lose the progress. Now you're going to get and then break hit result. Now you're going to get the ledge direction selection. Now you're going to select and now in here, if you want to make a variation of the character going to the left, use those animations randomly while going to the left. As you can see, we have the left mid, the first one, and the left mid 2. So what we're going to do is just basically something very simple. So we're going to add the random selection, or maybe just select. We have 2 options of select. We have select object. You can see. Now we can place the mid 2 in here. We're going to place the left into here. As you can see, when you do it that way, the object reference is not compatible with the animation montage object reference. Okay, let's select the other selection based from the indexed object. Yeah, there we go. So you just had to select the other select node. Now you're going to plug into the left. And then for the index, we're going to select a random boolean so that you can select the random animation montage. So to finalize this, let's just adjust the right parameters for the ledge medium structure. So for the delay, we're going to set up 0.15. And then you can let all these other values in there. And of course, the other thing that you gotta do is just be able to make sure they select the ledge slot animation montage, and do this for all the animation montages that you have. All right. So now when you press play. Now, of course, I gotta make a place where the character is going to play those animations. I'm going to the left. All right. I think he's not playing for some reason, and we also have another issue with that. Mid. IWALS implemented some sort of free climbing with pics on rock surfaces. Can you send me a video? I didn't see that. Ah, okay. Free climbing with pics on rock surfaces. No, I'm not planning to do that for now. I think I watched that system before. Yeah, as you can see now, the character played a different montage. Let me just go and make this a little bit separate. There we go. So as you can see, it selects a different ledge animation montage while going to the left. So that's the system that I was talking about. It looks very... It's going to add a little bit of impredibilidade. How can I say this?
Unpredictability.
Unpredictability to the system. Unpredictability to the system. There you go. Now let's just finish the placing the animations in there. This is down left. I've already added that one. This is going down. I've already added that. Up left. Right up. Up. Down. I think this is a variation of going down. Yeah, just the hands. The variation is simply the character puts his hand, uses his hand as support. Firstly using the left hand, and then the other one uses the right hand to support. This is down right, right down. This is going to the right. And now we're missing just left up or up left. Up left. Where is that? There we go. Oops. Up left. Now all you gotta do is just place those values in here. So up, right, right down, down, left down, and then left up. Now, of course, I gotta do some level design in here, and also change the a very important step as well, is to change the slot name to ledge to all of them. Now let's do some level design in here. Let's make this to be very nice. Up. Reach distance value is 97. Okay, let's check that out. Okay, now this is going to only be for going left. Now we're gonna have to make it for all the other directions. And the reason why we have to just keep adding new things right below each other is because we want to have maximum control over which specific animations, depending on the reach distance that we set up, that will look good. It's a little bit complex to explain, but basically some animations, they look better with a specific reach distance that you make your character to go. That's basically it. So all you gotta do now is just keep copying and pasting all the directions in here. It's basically simple. It's not going to be that much difficult from now on to set up all this. So all you gotta do now is just plug the execution into false. This, there you go. Now of course we're going to do the long distance yet in here. Maybe we're going to be able to do it on this live still. So for the first, so we're going to only focus on this part in here. We're going to set up the direction and the reach distance. That's all the values that we're going to be worried about. So for the next one, it's going to be right in here for the second one. We're going to keep the reach distance minimum and max values. For down below, we're going to choose, okay, let's go by parts. This one is left, this one is right, this one is going to be up, and the value here is going to change from 100 to 70. The next one is going to be down. The reach distance minimum is going to be 70. This one is going to be right down. We're going to keep the reach distance minimum, but only change the reach distance max. This one is going to be 176. This one is going to be right up for the direction. The reach distance max is going to be 176. For this one, is going to be left up. We're going to only change the reach distance max, which is going to be 176. And for the last one, it's going to be left down. So this is going to be 176. And now the other values that we're going to have to worry about in here is the delay until correction. So we're going to go one by one again. So starting from the first one, we're going to remain 15. This one is going to be 0.19. This one is going to be 0.3. This one is going to be 0.28. This one is going to be 0.18. This one is going to be 0.46. There's more. This one is going to be 0.32, and we're going to check this option to be true. And for the last one, we're going to check this option to be true as well, and 18. Now let's see if this is going to work. Something is wrong in here. Let me check it out. Let me just grab some water here, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to figure out what's happening here. That's not playing the right animation. It was supposed to play the medium animations, but it's playing the short animations. That's causing it to look weird, as you can see. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So there's something happening here that I don't know why it's happening yet. Let me check. Medium. All right, so the reach distance medium is 70 for going up, and in here for going up, the reach distance max is 70, which matches up, but it's not playing. It's not playing. It's playing the short one. Reach distance value is 125. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I've never seen something like this. Let me try to debug this. Watch this value maybe, but yeah, that's not going to do anything on macros. I'm going to try to debug this value like this to see which animation is being used, but probably is the one that I don't want to get. Play. Long. Long. Left. Right. When I go to the right, it's not working for some reason. When I go to the right. Which one is the right? This one. Let's debug this. All right. All right, maybe we'll have some the animation from going to the right is this one. This is the long one. So you can see right medium, it's this one. And for some reason it's not playing that. What's happening? There are some bugs that I don't understand why it happens. It just happens. Let me try to close the project and open it up again because I'm not really familiar with this bug. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do to try to solve this, let me just right click on all the project files and I'm going to validate assets in folder. Sometimes it helps. Validate everything is just going to make sure that all the assets are valid, especially the structure that I've just made. Make sure everything is set up in place. Yeah, it's still not happening. The reach distance value is 124. And this one is executing, but for some reason, as you can see, I have all the animations in here, the right mid is going right through it. But let me just check it out. Medium. It's the same structure, but it's not sending the right animation value. That's super weird. Do you guys have any idea on how to fix this? Because I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so I'm gonna just delete the structure and then just add it again without copying. Maybe because I copied the structure, sometimes I think maybe the engine glitched and the engine is trying to find, it's considered that the medium is the same as the short one. So maybe it's because of that. So I'm just going to delete the medium structure. I'm going to add a new variable. Yeah, that's what I mean. Try deleting the mid structure and recreate it, but don't duplicate the short value. That's really good advice. So we're going to try to search for LedgeMid. Break. And then go inside the ledge medium, delete all this, and then re-add it. Ledge medium is going to be here, the first one. Second one in here. The left up is going to be in here. Let's see. There we go. And now you're fixed. So never duplicate structures. That's the that's the tip for the day. Never duplicate structures. So as you can see, the left, going to the left using a alternative animation montage, it's going to require you to have a different delay for the character correction on the ledge. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the... Yeah, so for... Maybe we can try to promote the delay until correction in here to be based on the ledge selection, maybe? No. Maybe on the animation, yeah. Maybe on the animation being played, but... Yeah. Oops. We can do some something really cool here. So as you can see, this animation takes longer for the correction system that I have to correct the character, so that's why it looks weird. As you can see, the correction gets too much early. So to fix that, we're gonna have to remember the LedgeMid, which animation it is. So it's the LedgeMid, the first one. So if it is the first one, the index in here using ledge animation variation. So if it's false, it's using the ledge animation that looks weird. If it's true, it's using the animation that doesn't look weird with the 19 millisecond setup. So it's right over here. So on A, it should be dot 50 maybe. We're gonna have to try different values for the correction. So that's basically the value, like how long it takes for the correction to start on this case. As you can see, it could be 8 milliseconds. As you can see, it looks more natural. Maybe one. Yeah, maybe one. But if you can also choose, as you can see, it's not. Wait, let me just see which one. This is going to take a long time to. That's why I don't like to implement systems while explaining while making the tutorial. Because it takes time, it takes a little bit of time to, set up, and it takes a little bit of time to prototype. So this is false. Maybe it's the other one. Maybe 5. 5 in B. Wait, now I'm gonna have to debug this as well. Oh yeah, this is for going to the right. So let me just copy all this. And then we're gonna have to do for the going to the left. And in this case it's 15. So we're going to set 15 for all the values. And 15 for this one and 5 for this one. Oops, I'm not applying the value. Maybe .4. Now, if you want to fix this sudden, if you want to fix the sudden movement of the correction of the character, you're gonna have to change the speed of the timeline. So right now, I think the timeline is currently at 6 milliseconds, so it takes 6 milliseconds in order to do the correction. Now you can also change this by, you know, creating another timeline, but that takes a lot of time to do. So, and this tutorial is going to be just simple, as much simple as possible, as much, you know, it also looks good. It doesn't look bad. Maybe in here it could be 3 as well. And here it could be, let me try 2 seconds to see what's happening. As you can see, it's going to take 2 seconds in order to correct the character's position into the right place. But that's not gonna look good. Maybe 6 or 5 is gonna look good. Yeah, maybe 5, 4. It's going to look good. Yeah, 5, 4, it's going to look good for the alternative method of going to the left, animation montage. So as you can see, that's how you can make the alternative method of basically using random animations. And of course, for each animation, you have to specify the delay, the amount of seconds that it's going to take for that, so that the correction can happen on the character, so that the character can be properly attached on the right place where the trace has hit. It's going to be pretty, yeah, it's pretty simple system, but it requires a lot of setup in here. As you can see, I could make this inside the macro or something else, but as you can see, this is the type of setup that you would have if you wanted to have a alternative animation montage for going to the left. Now, as you can see, that requires a little bit of work to do, but it works, and it works good. When when it works, it's going to work beautiful. All right. I guess that's it. Let me just test out what are the other medium values. If the other animations are looking good. Yeah, from going to the upright, the animation is wrong. So let me just check out. So upright, the animation is wrong. Upright or right up, this one. The character is going to the left up. It's not the right one. So right up, right up, right up. This one. Right up, right up. There we go. Test it out again. There we go. Left down, up, down, left up. What? Left up? What's happening? What? Left up is totally wrong. What's happening here? Left up. Left up, medium. Yeah, it's not the right animation at all. Left up. So long, left. Long left up. There we go. Left up, medium. What's happening? Something's happening in the background, the back end. Left up. So left up, what do we have in here? So we have the use saved target transform. Maybe this value is not being set up correctly. Let me just take that option off to see if that's the cause of it. Yeah, that's the cause of it. I think the delay as well is too much early. It's coming up too much early. Let me just try to do one. Yeah, it's the saved active transform variable that's not being set up somewhere. But as you can see, with without the saved active transform, we can have good results as well. Let me try .6. It's very smooth. The attachment is very smooth, but so that's why I recommend you guys to make specific timelines for each animation. As I only have one timeline for all the animations, you can choose to create different timelines for each animation. Now, I'm not gonna explain this in this tutorial because this is a system where it's only available for premium members, so there's no reason for me to make an extra work for this project right here. But you just need to be aware that there is a way so that you can make specific timelines with specific length and curve values so that you can set on the timeline so that you can make the animation to look better on the attachment phase of the character going into the ledge. So you just need to be aware of that. So this one, from going to the right up, as you can see, the character snaps really weirdly. Right up, right up, right up. I'm not sure why the character snaps. So that's why we have the saved active transform, but it's not working right now for some reason. Let me just check it out. The saved active transform is not working right now. Let me just check it out to see what's up with it. So let me just check it. Go to event graph. It should be somewhere. As you can see, we saved the current character transform. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to save it. So get actor transform, and then just plug that in there. So now it is. So now let's see if going to the upright. Which one was the variable? Right down, right up, right? So now we can use the use saved action transform to basically have a different method of calculating what's the current actor transform in order to make the timeline to decide what's the best. As you can see, the character attaches more smoothly on the... Let me try .1 to see what happens. There we go. Maybe 7 milliseconds. The problem is that the timeline takes too much, so that's why it's good to have different timelines with different lengths, so that we can have a better smooth attachment on the ledge. So for example, I'm using a 6 millisecond timeline for all the transitions, for all the animations. In this case, I think I would use a 3 millisecond timeline just to correct the character's position. As it is 60 milliseconds, it's going to take longer for the character to attach on the ledge. So each animation has their own things like this, you know, you have to really try to prevent and then make it as smooth as possible, but that's all we can get on this one. So 65. Maybe 80. Yeah, we cannot get better than that, I think, with just one specific timeline. Yeah. Okay, that's really good. That's a really good progress. I think in the next live stream, we're going to be setting up the long distances so that I don't get tired on this tutorial, so that I have more energy to explain what's going to be on the next features. But everything is set up correctly. We have everything set up nicely. We've got to make an additional system that allows you to basically specifically play a animation on a certain direction, for example on the left, with the medium distance, and then randomly select which variation of going to the left on the medium distance you want to play, and then we can make that to be randomly selected. And then of course, if we make it randomly selected, the alternative animation that's going to be played has to have a specific as well duration of delay, that so that the correction of my system can correct the character's transform. That's a lot. So what do you guys think about the system so far? Is it good? Or no, it's bad. It sucks. The freehang system is going to be really simple. It's just I'm going to be explaining on the live stream for premium members. But basically, what you gotta do is separate the system. So each part of this graph is going to be one part here is going to be the freehang system, related to the freehang system, and this one is going to be for the leg support, that the character has support on the ledges. So what we gotta do is get a branch, and then there's going to be a variable like, I don't know, can the character freehang? Is the character freehanging? And then we're going to basically make a graph like this one with all the settings, but configured with for the freehang, right? So basically do the same thing, but for replacing the animations. So of course we're gonna have to make the structure as well for the freehang. And then just going to copy paste this structure, let's say for example like this, and then this is going to be somewhere like this, and then what you gotta do is just change these values if necessary. I think they don't change them at all. And this one is going to be, you're just going to place a different structure, and then a different structure with the freehang animation. So you're going to create a new structure, and then all you gotta do is just name the structure to be up short the freehang, for example. So you just add like freehang over here. And then of course we have some other values that we need to set up in the backend, but on the default values, you're gonna have to set up the animations, the freehang animations. And of course for getting this freehang boolean to be turned to be true or false, depending on which ledge you hit, of course on the ledge on the tag as well, you gotta have the freehang tag. All right, so we need to add the freehang tag. So if you have the freehang tag, then on the event graph, the ledge climb movement, I'm not sure which part of the graph I make the freehang ability to work, but somewhere around here, you're going to make you're going to get the result structure of the trace. This one. Hang trace. Dynamic ledge attach. You're going to break the hit result. You're going to get the hit actor and get the tag. Actor has a tag. And then if it has the tag, actually not this one. This one is bad. Just get the tags. Get the loop with break. And then of course you're gonna check if the tag has any freehang. If in one of the tags has the freehang tag, if it has, then we're going to freehang. So the character will freehang, and then we're going to break the structure so that the character can freehang. If it doesn't, then the character is not going to be freehanging. And then of course, before freehanging, you need to set up this so that it doesn't glitch. And then when it's completed, then we can process the ledge. So that's the setup. But I'm going to be explaining better all this. I'm going to be explaining better all this on the Patreon live. I'm not sure if we can make a Patreon live thing. I think we can. So if you're subscribed to the premium tier, you're going to be able to access that live and ask questions or anything, so that we can follow up the system. But for the next tutorial that's going to be available for everyone on the YouTube is going to be, we're going to finish the long distances, which is going to be really quick. All right. So do you guys have any questions so far about anything else? Now for ledge corners, we basically, when we just, so as you can see, when you move right, as you can see, the right trace does not detect the corners. So as you can see, it only goes to the right. But I'm pressing the D button. As you can see, the trace, and there is no other trace to detect the corners. So that's why we're going to make a separate trace for detecting the corners. So for making that trace, you need to go where the event graph is, ledge client movement. Actually, here in the trace detection. And then in here, you're going to make a separate capsule trace for objects. That's going to require you to have a specific calculation for that. So that's why it takes a long time to explain things. But basically, if this capsule trace it's false, if it is false, then we're going to go have a branch, and then we're going to check and have another trace for box trace, for example. Box, now capsule trace by channel. Just randomizing here, just actor location, just to demonstrate. Draw debug type is going to be one frame, always on the tick, on the event tick. So if this is true, if false is true, so if the capsule trace for objects does not detect anything else, as you can see, I'm going to launch a trace for detecting the corners. So I'm just going to place that specific calculation for detecting there. So as you can see, when I press right, as you can see, I launch this capsule here. The trace color can be yellow, just to demonstrate. As you can see, I can go navigate on the ledges, blah, blah, blah. But then if it reaches a certain point where I don't have space, or I don't have anything else to hit, then I launch a capsule trace for detecting the corners. So I'm basically going to place that trace right up there where this thing is, as you can see, this place. So I'm going to place that capsule in this place, and then of course I'm going to have set up some other values to, but it's very much simple. There is no much secret. It's not something that's going to take like 2 hours to make. And then of course there is also leap, so that the character can be able to leap 180 degrees. So if you press right, so if you press D to aim to the right, as you can see, right now it's not happening anything, but depending on the input of the character, the player, and the character angle, rotation, where the character is facing, we're going to leap 180. So if you're pressing this way, the character is going to leap 180 to the other obstacle. And then in the next version, of course, oops, what happened? I forgot to unplug the option there. And then later I'm going to add the ability for, so that when you press T, you can climb up basically. So, but that's going to be that's all going to be for the premium members. Now for the standard members, it's just going to be, I'm just going to finish this long animations in here, so that we can finish the system. Alright, so guys, have any questions regarding the tutorial, or can I end the stream? Alright, so that's going to be it in the next... No, that's not the last stream. The last stream is going to be tomorrow. Day 4. Alright, so that we can finish setting up the long distances for the standard members. For the animations for corners, we create a specific structure called ledge other. So here on the ledge other, we have other animations outside the ledge navigation movement. So here we have the left 90 outer corner, inner corners, outer corners, freehang, leap 180, first attachment, right? So you have all the animations in here on this single structure. And then I just, inside the code, of course, I feed that information of the structure in the game. All right, so that's going to be it. That's going to be it for the stream. And I see you guys later.